one in, one out, like it feels intense.
What I'm gonna order, you can do this to go.
Okay, now hold on for a minute. How much stuff did you just order? You got 3 children?
Yeah, so I'm gonna order all this stuff.
Oh, hell no. No, who is this?
Date starts now.
I mean, like it starts now because I'm done talking. I mean, I had to talk to a client, a little understanding.
I'm wrong for ending a date and walking out after only 10 minutes because my date told me I should have removed my hat.
There are a lot of men out here who need to heal as well.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yum yum, and I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest. It's not for the weak, girls.
We are not interested.
If I'm honest, it was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of
Corn.
it's just a different.
No, it's not kind of like being a prostitute. It's worse than being a prostitute.
Word.
You had 100 guys, and now you're talking about the shock and awe that you felt. This is beyond me. I mean, this is beyond you. Why would you even talk? Why is this guy having this interview with her? This is disgrace.
Feeling. I don't know how to explain it.
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Huh? Just one in, one out. Like it feels intense.
Oh, very ew.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely. Ran through by 101 men, and my eyes are still recovering from all the bodily fluids that went in them.
The wild thing is, I'm guessing these guys took a test because you let them in your eye for the streets. This is wild. And a lot of others watched this and celebrated. She's a leading example for what they turn into.
And then I think I want to get the strips. The spinach dip. All of this, what I'm gonna order, you can do this to go.
Audacity.
To go?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then I'm gonna get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man. So I get the fries. And then I might as well get us something for we can eat tomorrow because I ain't gonna feel like cooking.
Okay, now hold on for a minute. How much stuff did you just order? How much you got, ma'am? How much you got?
I have, so I'm already putting the wings, those are going to come from here. And then I have a spinach dip.
Spinach dip to go.
Buffalo sandwich to go.
Buffalo
and
sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have.
I got 3 children, you know that.
You got 3 children?
Yeah, so I'm gonna order all this stuff.
Buffalo sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have for now.
That's a lot to go. You might as well go. That's too much. I can't. And this is our first date. Ain't trying to be funny. This is our first date. I'm not taking care of your children. Am I crazy? I mean, I'm just trying to. Am I crazy?
She's not trying to get it.
It's our first date. Do I supposed to take care of your children?
I'm not going to
Look,
get him.
I don't give a damn where you from. Look, I'm so sorry. We need to talk about it. We need to time out. Keep the other stuff we ordered, but we're going to time out on the 15 to go order.
Okay.
I know you had kids. You didn't tell me you had kids.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah, be back. We got to talk about this.
Well, it said 10. He said time out on the 15 to go orders. She was ordering food for the next day and the next day. You don't know this man. And he definitely should have walked out. As soon as she said the first meal, she thinks I'm a sucker. Seriously, that's what I would have been thinking that. Wait, who are you ordering for? That's what I would have said right away. Who are you ordering for? Why are you trying to insult me right now? Don't insult mine. She would never did it again, but I would have never dated her again. And that's what's happening. and they're getting bold now. It's getting worse.
Here's my biggest unpopular opinion. The prettiest girls don't get guys. Let me explain. Have you ever wondered why the prettiest girls are always single? I think for women, there are different degrees of pretty. There's like cute pretty, and then there's drop dead gorgeous pretty, like Nicole Scherzinger. If you're in the drop dead gorgeous category, chances are you're really intimidating to guys. They either think you must already have a boyfriend or that you wouldn't even look in their direction. And because they fear rejection, they wouldn't dare come and speak to you. Guys love to flirt with women any chance they can get, but only with women that they think that they can easily get. Don't get me wrong, really pretty girls do get approached by guys sometimes, but typically it's guys that are way below their league and like really ugly guys, because those guys don't have an ego. They don't really fear rejection because they get rejected all the time. If you feel like guys never approach you, but you notice that they're always staring, you're way prettier than you think. Yeah, if you're a really pretty girl and you're wondering if you're ugly because you never get approached by guys, just know that it's because they're probably scared of you.
Wild thing about that, if you struggle with that, like think about what you hear all the time from different women, right? You hear, I get approached the most when I look like garbage when I walk into the grocery store. So, if you're a really pretty girl and you leave guys stunned when they look at you, how about you don't pick any makeup on? How about you go outside dressed in some sweats? You probably will get talked to then because guys won't feel as intimidated. Go out as your regular self, because I'll tell you the truth, your regular self, most of y'all are not that hot with no makeup. I'm sure the most prettiest girl out there, you see her without makeup, she may be cute. She may go from a 10, probably all the way down to a 7. And then guys will have courage. Try that. Something that simple will give you a lot more opportunity.
For the single men out there who keep wondering why women are opting out of marriage and why so many women are content being single, my answer is going to surprise you. Believe it or not, it's the married men and women. That's what's keeping the women single. Every day on this app, we watch a little bit of rage baiting with a married woman showing how her husband weaponizes his incompetence. They've read the Facebook post where you wish your woman a happy anniversary, but you brag about how you put her through this and that, all the ups and downs, how you completely dogged her out, but through it all, she stuck by your side. And we also see the 40% of married.
Well, she's about to go on a rant, but I want to say this, according to what she said right there. The ones that end up in a long-term relationship go through turmoil. They stick it out through thick and thin. That's what marriage is about. I understand, of course, it's not about cheating and all that, but when it happens, if she sticks it through and then the man changes, that's a whole different ball game. But of course, if he continues on the same path, but every time I hear her talk, it's all negative. And what is she? We already know, a feminist who spreads that propaganda and the hate propaganda on women from everywhere. Every time you see her, watch as she continues.
Married men who are on the dating apps. We watch these married men cosplay as single men all the time. They don't like seeing that these men can't be faithful, and a wedding ring and some wedding vows doesn't change that man. So if you're out here and you're wondering why the single women are so happily opting to remain single, and you're like, what's the problem? What happened? Is it social media? Is it the dating apps? Is it Kevin Samuels? Is it feminism? They realize that some of these happily ever after stories look miserable behind closed doors.
Not all the time.
They've seen what 5, 10, 15, 20 years of a man's weaponized incompetence can do to a woman. Married men and women are one of the biggest reasons why women are remaining single. Some of them have seen you and your life and what you put up with in order to keep that man, and they say it's not worth it.
You see how she just flipped the whole thing around, right? Guys are remaining single because they see different men being taken for everything they have, for their homes, everything. So guys are saying, I don't want to partake in such events, right? Like, why would I go to that? Why would I put myself through turmoil? You get married to be happy and for it to be forever, right? But there's no true death do us part anymore. All it is part, and guys want no part to that.
One thing you need to know about men is that their lifestyle is going to be your lifestyle.
If you want to live a certain...
The thing that always leaves me speechless and just shocked is how there's women on this app telling other women, giving them advice on how to be a certain type of individual, almost like you're morphing yourself into something that you clearly are not in order to attract a certain type of man who's always in a certain tax bracket so that he can provide you with a certain lifestyle. If women would just exert the same amount of energy and time they are putting into becoming this version that is clearly not them so that they attract this certain man, if they would just take that time and energy and put it into their own accomplishments, their own excellence, their own advancement in life, they would not need a man to provide themselves the lifestyle that they want.
You know what she doesn't understand is they want the soft life. And the way you're thinking, that's how most guys see it now, right? You're speaking like a feminist, and guys hold them to it. Look, you're a feminist. We're equal, 50-50. That's all it is. You know, most think like she does, and guys are getting tired of that.
Donnie, you don't got the salmon too? Like, for real? I had to eat. I know you had to eat, but what I'm saying is, like, you know how my budget is. Like meat for like, I can't keep buying all this expensive food.
Hey, did you get my strawberry lemonade?
Girl, yes. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Who is this?
This is my friend.
Okay. Always complaining. It's hot. I'm hungry.
Your friend? Who paying for her food?
You are.
No. Okay, no. I'm not.
Listen,
man, we
no,
go
I'm
intimate.
not. No, if you want to be with a woman, Miss Albert, my friends come with it, so you need to buy her drinks.
Drinks?
Do you still want those Brussels sprouts? I do. Okay.
But she ain't get no salmon too, though. She ain't get no salmon.
If she wants salmon, she can get the salmon.
You're being rude, man. Like, who comes in on somebody else's dime? And
she's vegan.
You know what? I'm gonna show you what rude is. I'm gonna show you.
Can't make this up.
Definitely.
Y'all can pay for your own food. Y'all can pay for your own food.
He did the right thing.
So it seems like your mood has changed within the last 40 minutes of us sitting here. What's going on?
We've been getting along pretty well these last 3 days. It's our first day, and the waiter or whoever he is, he tells us that it's going to be a 40-minute wait. Actually, you want to stay? You say yes. In a nutshell, you was on your phone, you was on your laptop, and I've been pulling at straws to get conversation from you, and it just put a bad taste in my mouth. And even when I tried to holler at you or speak to you, you put your finger up. You don't think that was inconsiderate?
I mean, like, that's how I make my money.
You don't think the date started once we physically met one another in the parking lot, or you think the date starts now?
I mean, like, it starts now because I'm done talking. I mean, I had to talk to a client. I thought maybe you might be a little understanding.
I wonder you're single.
Maybe.
I understand you got this and that going on, but I think I'm gonna pass on this date right here. And you know, it's been a pleasure that you considered even to go out with me.
He's not wrong. Everybody doesn't have to understand how busy you are as a lawyer. This is a very first date, and you never get a second chance to make a first impression. He's not wrong in expecting that you would come to this date, and actually be present, not just physically, but like talking to him, interacting with him. The fact that you brought your laptop on this date and you were actually working, taking work calls, you even held the church finger up while he was trying to talk to you. Girl, like, if you're that busy, you are too busy to date. That would be the same advice I would give if the man was doing this. And he's right. The date should have started in the parking lot when he greeted you with that hug. Not when, you know what, I'm done with my calls. I finished this. I finished that. Now we can start. Like, that's really selfish of you to think that's when the date should start. No, it started the moment you met that man. She's a lawyer, so I'm sure she can well afford her own meal at Ruth Chris, so it's not like she's using him for a free meal. But it was inconsiderate. And it's not that he was worried about you wasting his money. I think you were out here actually wasting his time. And just like how you feel like your time is valuable, so is his.
He did the right thing. He saw future problems before they arise, and he nipped them in the butt right away. Like, that's respect, right? And men, they expect you to respect them more than your work. They expect you to take the relationship more important than your work. Because say if he makes more than her and she got pregnant, who is going to be the one taking care? Or she wanted to quit her job, take some time off. Who's she going to rely on? Most likely him if he made more. So he expects that respect. Sure, ahead of time, or you can kick rocks.
Am I wrong for ending a date and walking out after only 10 minutes because my date told me I should have removed my hat? I met a woman on Facebook dating and we decided to meet at a casual steakhouse restaurant with a bar after a very brief online discussion. I'm in my early 40s and I just don't have the time or the energy to waste anymore. I met her at the restaurant. She did not look like her pictures. With filters these days, it's to be expected. Though I would expect someone around my age to be more honest with her dating profile pictures. Well, she looked close enough like her pictures not to call it a catfish. We get seated next to a bar where they're playing a UFC fight and basketball. We start talking and after 5 minutes, she asks if I'm going to keep my hat on and says I should take it off at the table. I laughed, but I thought about it for like 30 seconds, dropped a 20 on the table for the drink I ordered that hadn't arrived yet and said thanks, but I don't see this going anywhere, and walked out before she was able to respond. A woman trying to correct my behavior less than 5 minutes after meeting me over wearing a hat at the dinner table of a restaurant playing cage fight is just not the vibe I'm looking for.
Run.
So was he wrong for leaving abruptly? Was she wrong for asking him to take off his hat? Was it bad manners of him to keep it on? Like, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Of course, I believe in table manners. But hear me out. This man saw, just like the last man, and you have to see it. These things, red flags, right? They show it in the first date. Somebody being on the phone, red flag. Somebody telling you what to do. I can see, hey, you better do this. Oh, you're not gonna get what I want. You're not gonna, right? It's not even exaggerating. That's what's gonna happen next. So he saw that and nipped it right in the bud and said, you can look what's right here. The smart thing to do, and a very smart man for doing it, because why go through it? And exactly like the other lady said, right? It's men that are saying, I don't want to get married because of situations like this. It shows. Video after video, you can see it. The proof is out there. So men are saying, it makes no sense.
After I got divorced, I was so lonely and isolated. It was awful. And it's easy to think that if you just had a partner again or could just meet somebody, that would cure your loneliness, but it actually doesn't. For example, have you ever been in a relationship and still felt lonely? I know I have. So I just want you to maybe readjust your perspective on that and not look for the cure of loneliness in a relationship. I work on all this inside stuff and figure out the root of your loneliness and address that before you even start thinking about getting into another relationship, because people can sense and feel that. Just a thought for you.
You feel lonely because you're not supposed to get divorced. And in video after video on TikTok, divorce, mean you'll be happier. You'll be happier. You're going to be lonely. That's what you get. You should feel lonely. You're older and you're going to get overlooked a lot. That's what's going to happen. Accept it. Just like you should have accepted being in a long-term marriage with your husband. Accept being lonely now.
Can we stop insulting women by saying that's why you don't have a man? Getting a man is really not that hard. And on any given Tuesday at 8:24, a woman can be on her way to work and encounter 3 men who are interested in her, just trying to get her coffee. You go to the grocery store, you get hit on. You go to the gas station, you get hit on. You go to work, you get hit on. Women have access to men galore. So finding a man and getting a man is not that hard. The hard part is finding a man of quality. Finding one that has the basic necessities society has said that an adult should have. Finding one with, his own shelter, his own home. Could be a little bit questionable. Have a job, they have money. Means our mode of transportation. That can be a little sketchy, that can be a little shoddy. Now when you start to get into like the nitty gritties and like qualities of like a basic human being, like to his character and his core, empathetic, with emotional intelligence, someone with communication skills. There are a lot of men out here who need to heal as well. So many men out here trying to convince you that you're gonna have to settle. That's why we're seeing a lot of women just say, well, F it. And I would really get down in the dumps and be like, when is it going to be my turn? I see all my friends and things like that getting married, yada yada yada. And I remember my grandma saying, think about the people that your friends are married to, no shade. Think about your coworkers, think about the things and problems that you hear. Would you want that? No? All right then.
This right here, this is the issue, right? You want everything and you want it now. The first thing you start talking about is what a guy has, what a guy can do for you, right? But it's not the basic necessity. See, you say that to try to throw people off. You don't want the basic necessities. You want it all and you want it now. The problem is you're getting older and you're starting to feel like you don't deserve it, right? You're starting to feel like you don't deserve a good man. Because like you said, you're looking at people getting married. See, you're saying that trying to throw us off the scent. The scent is you're starting to feel like time is up because time will be up soon. I think you're over the age. I think you're past 30. So you're trying to throw people off the scent by saying men to tell you that you're asking for too much. Because you are. That's why you're doing your makeup right now. Seriously. You're doing your makeup right now thinking this is going to pull the guy I want. And then the guy comes to you, you throw him in the friend zone and you reject him. Or it'll be a man that's qualified and just like you see with every other woman, they end up getting used and thrown to the trash, thrown to the curbside.
I'm just getting on here for all the girlies who are in their 30s. I'm 33, turning 34 next month. And I'm just done dating. Like, excuse my language, but I'm done. Like, for a while there, I was on a kick for the younger guys because that was all that was hollering at me. Because I must say, I think I look pretty good for being 33. So I was like, okay, I'm done with the young ones. Like, they're too immature. Like, I'm looking for something more serious in life. They're not doing it for me. Cool, whatever. I reunite with an ex that I was with when I was 22, and this was like always the one who got away from me. Mind you, he is 3 years older than me, gonna be 37 in January. This man is emotionally unavailable. So they're too immature in their 20s, and then they're possibly still emotionally unavailable in their 30s. I understand why my mom is 60 years old and still single and just said forget it, because that's what it's about to be.
Yo, your mom said that because she's way past the age, because the guys her age are trying to date you.
My point exactly.
But let me continue on what you were saying. Now, she says guys are emotionally unavailable because they have to be. They've been trained to be. Guys have been trained to be that way because you're a bouncer. What do you mean by that? You like to bounce from guy to guy. Oh, this guy's not giving me what I want. Oh, you're not going to give me this. Oh, you're not giving me this on the first date. Oh, you're not doing this. You're not doing that. You're not bringing me here. You're not doing this. You're not doing that the way I like it. Why is a guy going to let all of his emotions show with someone who's always emotional? You can't. You can't show woman your emotions as a man. You'll be sad. And the fact that she's 33 and still doesn't know that, something that's common sense, it boggles my brain. But actually, I get it. I understand it because most of them don't. Men can't be out here wearing emotions on their sleeve. If I saw a man doing it, I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Why? You know that's not going to get you nobody, right? You know they're going to take you as a sucker. Because you would. Any man that's wearing his emotions on his sleeve, you wouldn't date him. Right to the friend zone. And then yet, you get on the internet, you get on TikTok and talk like you do to try to make a man accommodate to you when that's not what you really want. But guys are tired of it because guys are starting to realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with a woman like that.
We agree.